Welcome back to the Tnmt Hangout. This is Mike, and today I want to talk to you about my recent pickups over the past week or two. I'm going to talk about all of this stuff. Where did I get it? How much did I get it for? And if you're interested in anything you see on this table and a couple things that aren't shown, I didn't have room for, that I will be talking about. If you're interested in this, then you might want to watch and see like where did I get it from and where's it available right now and how much did it cost. There's a little bit of story behind some of this stuff, and I'm going to take a quick look at each item. Not reviewing any of this stuff officially, I don't think. And then, if you aren't interested in any of this stuff, it's still kind of a fun little watch to see what's out there. But let's talk about this and more coming up. Alright, starting off with the superpowers, I am really stoked about this line. And yes, it is not exactly like Kenner from back in the day. It doesn't have the action features in it. They're $10 in 2022, which is a good thing. And we're getting some kind of oddball kind of characters I never had expected. I didn't know anything about Batman Who Laughs Last, I think is what it's called. And then Flash looks like Flash and all that kind of stuff, so it looks pretty good overall. He is a bit bigger than the standard Flash, but I do think he looks really good. So looking at Flash real quick, yeah, he's a nice looking figure overall, and I like him. Glad that I was able to find him, track him down. Now, this is a 6-pack card back, just like the Batman Who Laughs Last is also a 6-pack card back, and they come with their little cutout cards, which Kenner had that too. So really exciting, really able to get some Kenner stuff from back in the day. I wonder how far this is going to go. Are we going to have an 84 back and a 100 back down the road, or he's only going to bang out like 20 figures? Who knows? But I look forward to this line. Looking at the Batman Who Laughs Last, just looks so different. I don't see any reused parts on these, so that's really cool. And I don't see any reused parts on what he did with the other line, so what he's doing with the Batman. We're going to look at that one coming up with the 66 Batman. All right, so next up we're going to take a look at the black and white Batman and Joker. Now this is one of those cash grabs that not everybody's going to be into. And so let me tell you about the 66 line. I believe here on out, everything they produce is going to be produced in much, much smaller quantities. Number one, they clearanced a whole bunch of stuff out at Target. Target doesn't want to order as much. I guarantee you Target's not ordering nearly as much. So for these guys, they are probably going to be harder to get and more expensive down the road if you want to pick them up. But they're less desirable because they're in the black and white color scheme, and there's the back of them. I do think it's kind of cool. It's not something that I would have flipped out about. But at the end of the day, though, these are just, if you want them in the future, you probably have to pay a considerable amount on secondary market. So get them right now for the $18. Yes, for the $18 at your Targets if you find them. And I think you can still pre-order them online, but none of my pre-orders have shown up. None of my pre-orders shown up. So we're going to get into the rest of the 66 Batman stuff. Okay, so the rest of the 66 Batman stuff, I did get the Bat Cycle, which I think is really awesome, really cool. It's in the same style of packaging as their Batmobile, and so with that, so I should have got an extra one. It was in the store, but I'm like, well, I'll get one now, and I've got one pre-ordered. We'll see how that goes. But my pre-order hasn't been filled, and I've had this thing for, I think I've had this for almost a month now. But I'm including it because I think it's important. If you see this in the store and you want it, I say you get it. But again, these are the kinds of things that are going to be in short production because it's the getting to the end of this. I don't think they're going to go much further with this. There's not much more they can do other than more bad guys. But the bike does look pretty cool. You got this little, what do you call that? A sled? A small kind of sled type device where Robin sits on it all awkwardly, and then it sits in here, and you got some dimples for it to hold in place. So really, it's cool. I like the design of it. And I do want to show exact same box that we got with the Batmobile. Pan this out just a bit. And so, yeah, you can see same box exactly. And they just literally just put a different vehicle in it. So I'm not at all a fan of that open packaging with the Batmobile and the Cycle. This has plastic in it. It's a real solid box. Everything's in there, looking pretty dang good overall. You can see in here there is, let's get the light on it, like a cat and a vase, a pitcher. Look, there is Penguin's. Penguin's umbrella. So he does have an umbrella. If you buy this, your Penguin can have an umbrella. So I know that kind of sucks, but it's pretty cool overall. You got the filing cabinet, you got the shelf over here, shows the umbrella and all that kind of stuff. That's really cool. And then turn around to the back. So that actually is either you can leave the picture in there, I guess, or take the picture out and have the umbrella. I'm not really sure. But you do get umbrella accessory, so this is kind of cool. I don't think this is going to be very popular. I don't think very many people are going to want this. 30 bucks at Target. You don't get display dioramas that are done out as well as this for 30 bucks. This is not a play set, it's a diorama, and guess what? We're going to be paying like north of 100 bucks for the Turtle Sewer diorama. It's not a play set either. So 30 bucks for a diorama that fits is really good. Okay, so this is where I'm probably going to make a lot of people upset. I was at my Walmart and I found this beautiful Lady Jaye in a perfect packaging, and I couldn't refuse. I couldn't turn it down. I bought this thing, and then I took back my beat up crappy one with a receipt from this. Now, is that bad or wrong? Well, guess what? The one I took back is already sold. So then I went to another Walmart and all of theirs are trash, crushed. They took them out of the box, put them on the shelf, crushed them, and they didn't have the room on the shelf. I'm gonna get a picture of that if it's still there next time I go, but I didn't have my phone with me. But this one is in perfect condition, and so it was nice. I guess they come 4 per case. And so, yeah, fantastic. $23 in the store, $25 online, and $25 on Walmart.com and all that kind of stuff. So, not a bad deal. And I finally got one in perfect condition. My Pulse one looks sort of okay. Now we get into these Crimson Guards. And so I got these from BBTS for 25 or 26 bucks a piece. Yes, I did get 4 of them. Now, I'm not going crazy troop building 50 of these like some people do. I think 5 is going to be what I consider my troop army, because I don't have that much space to display these because I display too much. But I think just 1's probably not enough. 2, I don't know. What's the perfect amount of troop building? Some people would say 20. So I think 5, it looks like a nice little army. I don't think I need more than that. But then I'm a little upset and disappointed because we're going to be getting the retro version, and that's the one I want the most. But these are ones you can open and feel good about opening. You probably don't feel as good about opening the retro versions. And as hard as they're going to be to get, like I can't get the Storm Shadow one. So anyhow, does look fantastic. He's got his sword, which is so cool. He's got the gun that looks so much like the vintage one. He's got a handgun. The backpack looks retro. This already looks retro. I'm not exactly sure how they're going to make the other one look more retro other than the shade of crimson red to it. So with that, though, I'm happy to have my start to my little mini army that's going on here. And I like this packaging still. All right, next on the agenda, we have this Boba Fett. Now, I completely forgot I pre-ordered this from Target, and it finally came in. So I did not pre-order the Boba Fett's, and I caught something, I think an R2 was $9, and I had a Boba Fett, and they matched it. I said I thought they were all $9, so they sold them all to me for $9. So in the store, I got a much better deal for the 3.75 inch, like the retro series. But for this guy here, I don't know. Did I need an 18th Boba Fett? I don't know. But I went ahead and pre-ordered it just on a whim, I guess. I forgot I even did it. But I'm glad I did. I think it looks okay. I don't know. This still doesn't quite look like the droids. There's the cartoon picture. There's him. The orange isn't quite. It's more orange than red. And the blue's not very vibrant. It doesn't look like... It doesn't match the picture. But it's okay. It's all right. I mean, I don't buy much Star Wars stuff, so I think, I mean, I'm really ending my Star Wars collecting. I'm getting close to the end of that. But each one, I guess I should celebrate. So that kind of leads us into this right here. I did get the Tarantulas. I think he's a pretty cool figure. I haven't opened him yet, but I just want to wait for a sale to get one to open. The ones I really like, I want to keep in the package. I really don't want to open any of them. I want to keep them in the package. But I do want to deck out that shelf a little bit more with a few other characters, because there's not a whole lot that I really want Beast Wars-wise, but that's definitely one of the characters. This one here is the recolor of Cyclonus. I haven't opened it yet, so let's do that. This thing was $40, but I really like the color. So, way more expensive than the other one. The other one was $30, but it's like $10 premium on this guy, I think. I just remember it being $40. Think I got it from BBTS. Yeah, BBTS. But I like that purple. It really does pop. It looks really good. It's got some other stuff going on right here. Interesting packaging the way they do it these days. But yeah, pretty cool. Next up, I don't think I covered the price. I think it was $23 actually for the Tarantulas. But this guy here was, I got it for $18 at Target, and I got my, what is it, the 5% card off from the red card. So these are hard to get, and I pre-ordered some on BBTS, but I still think I got it cheaper in the store, and I kind of want to get stuff in the store. But look at this. I got it in the store, and it was the way it was put up. It was unpunched in the store. It was just sitting on the shelf, I guess. But it was unpunched. That's awesome. I grabbed that. I had to get it right away. I had to get it. Either it was on the tab and I pushed it back in. I don't remember. But anyway, pretty exciting right there. Now we've got these here. So let's get to the Origins one here. Now with Eternia being announced, $550 for the Eternia. That's awesome. I'm really excited about that. And am I going to swing a second Eternia because the price is okay? Put it on payment plan and that kind of stuff. So I'm really excited about Eternia. With that, you want to deck it out with all the best figures that you can. And of course, I'm going to put a bunch of Origins in there and a couple of the vintage ones that I have. Whatever they don't make in Origins, I'll have to find vintage, I guess. Vintage. But this Teela does look pretty good. Now, I don't know if I like the yellow on her more than a gold. I think I like the gold better. So, well, she has her armor on, but this might actually be where a vintage one is better than Origins because she just looks better without any sort of knee cuts. But they did kind of fix that knee on her. But you're giving up the gold. I don't have the Origins. I got it kind of in a box. I got them boxed up. But yeah, I mean, I like the gold a little bit better than the yellow. You do get Zora and all that kind of stuff, but I mean, a vintage Zora is still pretty cheap, pretty easy to get. So when I start looking at this, a lot of vintage He-Man stuff is pretty easy to get. The only reason to go with Origins is for packaging and for the new articulation, but you don't get much new with Zora. So it's kind of $30 for this set is a bit steep. All right, She-Ra was 35 or 37. 35, something along those lines. Too much. But I don't know if I'm ready to play the roll the dice at retail game again and then watch it sell out on BBTS and on his other online sites. So I wanted to get her. I think she looks pretty good. I think she looks almost as good as the Classics one. I still think the Classics one's better because I think the Classic one just doesn't have all the cuts for the articulation. I'm not an articulation junkie. But with that, she comes with an extra cape and all that stuff. She should not have been a deluxe. She should have been a standard release, not $35, not gouging us. I believe we'll get her horse. That is phenomenal if we do. Why would they put the horse on the packaging if we're not going to get it? I still don't have Katra yet. She's not in yet. And I didn't pre-order either of these. Zodak's not in yet for me, I don't think. I didn't pre-order either of these. So I did get this at BBTS though. BBTS is coming through for me, you know. I'd love to be a BBTS shill, and are you a shill if you're just talking about like I get it there? Anyway, so here we go with Hordak. Now again, these I guess sold out, and so there's pre-orders up for another run. So let me see an email I got from BBTS telling me that they're doing another run of these. So pre-order them if they get enough pre-orders. That's the email that I got. So if you want this guy and you don't see it in retail and you don't want to roll the dice at retail, then you might want to go to BBTS and pre-order one. I might want to get the camera back in frame. Okay, so anyway, he does look pretty cool. I do like his little arm attachment piece there. You can completely swap the arm and give him a real, like a fist and other swappable hands for that. You have a blast effect that goes into there. You have a claw kind of hand to go on the end of that. You do have his shield and a really nice looking bow and a soft goods cape. So I'm not a fan of the $35 price point. I wish they could figure out a way to make all of them the $20-something price point. But the way retail works is they have multiple tiers of pricing and they have to have something in the deluxe to fit that bill and to fill that slot. So they gouge us on a handful of figures, and these two are figures we got gouged on, but they're also popular figures that will sell. The last of my pickups, and no order here, is the TMNT versus Street Fighter, based off the video game. So it looks like Playmates is using every avenue they can, because at some point in time, there was a video game, I guess, that they fought each other. So I don't remember that. But here is the back of the packaging where they kind of show video gaming going on. I guess that's it. So they find a backdoor loophole to make whatever they want, which is fine with me. What I wanted out of this was the Ryu and the Chun-Li. I didn't so much care for the turtles, but these turtles don't even match the video game. They don't make any sense, but that might show a little bit better. So we've got, you see the video game turtles. you see what we got. It doesn't really look like a match. They're trying to make it look digitized or something weird. I don't know. But it doesn't match at all. So I think that the appeal to this is mostly to turtle collectors and less towards Street Fighter collectors. But for me personally, I don't have a Street Fighter collection, so yeah, yay, I'm gonna get that. So looking over here on the right side, looks like we're gonna get, we got Ryu, we're gonna get Ken, maybe Guile, and then her. So if we can get 4, then that's okay. I mean, I'm okay with getting 4. 40 a piece is steep though, because really these are 20. We could argue the $20 figures. I thought about selling off my turtles, and my son said that looks dope. I want it, Dad. So I guess it's a Christmas gift for my son. And so that's what put me over the edge, because I was standing there thinking about it. And when he saw the turtles, he was like, man, I want that turtle, Dad. So so here's Leo and Michelangelo, and then not really so interested in the turtle. I do think this is a nice looking version of Ryu. I think this is, it's a nice looking version. He looks buff, beefy. It's going to be the same exact body, which is different colors for the Ken and a different head probably. And I'm okay with that. And that looks great on a nice Street Fighter shelf. Obviously, I'm going to have to open these up so that I can give my son the turtles. And since he's at school right now, I don't have to worry about him finding out that I'm actually going to do that. I didn't tell him I was going to do that. But anyway, still a pretty cool set overall. And if you're in on these, $40 Target. So I hope you enjoyed this look at this haul video. I think a lot of people get a little out of it, or a lot out of it, and it's helpful. What's going on right here, right now, what's going on, what can you get in the stores, online, all that kind of stuff. So if you did like this, let me know in the comments below. If you didn't like this, let me know in the comments below either way. But like and subscribe to the video. TMNT out. Okay, it's kind of dark. I moved my Beast Wars collection, so I guess I'm just showing you this because it kind of makes sense. But as you can see, I'm not super into Beast Wars. It's kind of a hodgepodge mix of stuff.